Well, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. And hopefully you're in for a really fun time. And we've enjoyed putting this program together for you. And just a couple of little things. In a couple of weeks, on December 13, in here, this is going to be at 4 p.m., not 3 p.m., we're going to have an old Anglican tradition, evensong. Advent evensong. And unfortunately, we can't have choral evensong as we usually do it, but we will have music, and it will be a short evening prayer service that will last about 20 minutes, 25 hopefully, and then we'll go straight into a short Christmas concert. So we'll get the best of both worlds, Advent and then Christmas. And that is December 13, Sunday, in here at 4 p.m. And then also, there will be a basket in the back for donations if you would like to give some to the music department. Anything you give, I'd greatly appreciate, and like I said, it will go to the music department. Well, I'll introduce a couple of our guests. So, Paul Hamaty, I think most of you know him. So he attends here, he sings in the choir, plays piano whenever I ask him, and does all assortment of things around here. And so it's so nice to have someone that goes here that I can do these concerts with. It's really great. And he runs his own consulting firm as well. So if you need him for any consulting work, just speak to him afterwards. And then also our second guest is Miss Jane Miller. You may know her because of her wonderful painting artistry. She used to run a gallery. Was it here in Stewart? Yes, here in Stewart. And you may know her because she runs the bookstore here at St. Mary's. And you also may know her from Jane Miller Presents at the Blake Library that she's been doing for many years, a film series. So there's all kinds of things that she does. She's a very creative person. And we're going to start off, the first couple of pieces are around Thanksgiving, and then we'll move into one piece from Advent that you'll know very well, one of the most recognizable pieces, and then we'll close with several Christmas pieces. Now, Jane is going to present the background to several of these pieces, not all of them. And it's very interesting hearing why some of these were written. And most of them are the greatest hymns that we all know throughout the church world. And they have some very interesting stories, so I think you'll really enjoy that. But first, Jane is going to treat us to a poem that she wrote. I invited her I wanted to do a special concert before, and she just went home and worked up this wonderful little poem. So here's Jane Miller.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me, Brandon. The poem is entitled, I Like Music. I like music. Toe tapping, finger snapping, any kind of music. Dance music, romance music, or a nice, cool blue jazz. That'll do. How about you? Or an outdoor trio on a summer night with the trumpet sweet and a trombone deep and a bass just strumming out the beat. That'll do. That'll do. How about you? Maybe it's a marching band strutting down the street so grand with a big bass drum, rum-a-dum-dum. Oh yes, I like a band. And I do like that Nashville sound with a fiddle or two and a square dance round with skirts flying and toes off the ground. E-O! Grab your partner and do-si-do. Oh, I do like music, any kind of music. How about you? Strauss, Puccini, Beethoven, Bach, All of them I like a lot. The Philharmonic front row seat, now that's a ticket hard to beat. Or a Broadway show with dancing feet. Oh, I do like music. How about you? And I like a church choir hallelujah with alto tenor and a bass or two-ya. And Brandon Glick, our organ fine, makes music sound, oh, sublime. Oh, I like music, any kind of music, yes, I do. I like songs that cowboys sing round the campfire strumming on a string. I like love songs, Moon in June songs, and he done her wrong song blues. I like church bells as they ring. I like bird songs on the wing. I like people humming, banjos strumming, flutes a-flutin', and drums a-drummin'. Oh, I do like music, any kind of music. How about you? The hymn, "We Gather Together to Ask the Lord's Blessing," was written in 1597. 1597? I thought it was an American Thanksgiving song. We weren't even a nation yet. The Pilgrims hadn't even landed yet. Well, the story behind this is, well, first of all, it's an anonymous hymn. We don't even know who wrote it. But the melody is a Dutch folk song. In 1597, the Dutch had just won a bloody religious war against Catholic Spain. The Dutch were free at last to worship as they chose. How did the hymn get to America? We can only guess that this hymn was known to the Pilgrims and the early colonists who came to America in search of religious freedom. Or perhaps the Dutch brought it when they came to settle in New Amsterdam by the Hudson River. Whatever, it's an American Thanksgiving song now, as American as turkey and pumpkin pie. We gather together to ask the Lord's blessing. The beautiful Advent hymn, O Come, Emmanuel, dates back to medieval times. It was translated from the Latin into English in 1851 by John Neal, an Anglican clergyman. When many new hymns were coming into circulation and popularity in the 1800s, John Neal was dedicated to translating the old hymns from Latin and Greek, and this is one of them. Another one is our Palm Sunday, All Glory, Laud, and Honor, and that went back to 850 AD. Now, the words from O Come, Emmanuel come from Matthew 1, verse 23. Behold, the virgin shall be with child and bear a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel. The name Emmanuel comes directly from the Old Testament, Isaiah 7, verse 14, and the opening lines of the hymn refer to this Isaiah verse, O come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Israel.
Directly after O Come, Emmanuel, we will go into the only non-sacred piece, and it is a minuet by Claude Debussy. It's from a larger set of duets that Paul and I are working on for the coming months.
Go Tell It on the Mountain. During the bitter days of slavery, Black workers on American plantations found comfort in song. They created a unique form of American hymn singing, the Negro spiritual. It was the famous singing group of the Jubilee Singers of Fisk University in Nashville, Tennessee, who took the plantation songs of Negro slaves to the entire world. These songs had never been written down. The songs were passed from plantation to plantation, from generation to generation, but at Fisk University, a Black professor of Greek and Latin, John Work, and he got those Negro spirituals not only written down, but published. After his death, his two sons carried on his work, and John Work has been called the first Black collector of Negro folk songs. The story goes that every Christmas, he would take caroling his students, his family, his neighbors, and this was one of his very favorite songs. And I believe, Brandon, this is your own piano arrangement that yours own, and I've got to tell you, you are in for a treat. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills, and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Okay. The hymn, What Child Is This?, dates from 1865, and the melody is a famous old British tune called Greensleeves. Greensleeves originally was a ballad about a man pining for his lost love, the fair Lady Greensleeves. We do know that King Henry VIII's daughter, Elizabeth I, loved dancing to this tune. And Shakespeare referred to it twice in his play, The Merry Wives of Windsor. In Act 5, Falstaff said, "Let the sky rain potatoes. Let it thunder to the tune of Greensleeves." Actually, the tune was eventually used with religious verses. And its first association with Christmas came way back in 1642. And since that time, the tune of Greensleeves has been most identified with the Christmas story. And so the words to this hymn are, "What child is this who laid to rest on Mary's lap is sleeping, whom angels greet with anthem sweet, while shepherds watch are keeping."
Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We have one more piece for you. So thanks for being such a wonderful audience, and thank you to those of you who are watching online. And like I said before, there will be a basket in the back if you would like to give. And have a wonderful Christmas season. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving season. And here's to hoping this is the last Christmas that we have to wear a mask.